Australia might be famous for its beaches and wildlife, but it also hides a much darker side. One full of restless spirits, tragic history, and places where people swear the dead still walk among the living. Tonight, we're diving into 5 of the most haunted locations across Australia, and the chilling encounters that keep visitors awake at night. Monte Cristo Homestead, Junee, New South Wales. This grand home is known as the most haunted house in Australia. Built in 1885, Monte Cristo carries a reputation soaked in tragedy. Visitors report footsteps echoing across empty halls, doors that slam shut on their own, and cold hands brushing against their skin. One of the most terrifying accounts comes from guests who've seen a woman in white staring down from the balcony, believed to be the original owner, Elizabeth Crawley, who supposedly never left the house, even after death. Fremantle Prison, Fremantle, Western Australia. Operating for over 140 years, Fremantle Prison held thousands of convicts, and many never made it out alive. Guards and tourists alike claim to hear anguished cries echoing through empty cell blocks. Some report shadows darting across the walls or the sound of chains dragging behind them. One chilling story tells of a visitor who snapped a photo in solitary confinement, only to find the figure of a man in prison rags standing right behind her. Port Arthur Historic Site, Tasmania. This site was once a brutal penal settlement, and its violent history lingers. Guides tell of children crying when no children are there, sudden drops in temperature, and the sound of boots marching in formation along the prison yard. One well-known story comes from the parsonage, where visitors have fainted after seeing a cloaked figure standing at the top of the stairs, only to vanish when approached. Ararat Lunatic Asylum, Victoria. Once one of the largest asylums in Australia, the Ararat Lunatic Asylum housed tens of thousands of patients under grim conditions. Today, paranormal investigators report the sound of screams echoing through the wards, even though the buildings are long abandoned. A recurring encounter involves a ghostly figure known as Nurse Kerry. She's been seen walking down the halls with her lantern, only to vanish right before the eyes of those who follow. The Old Adelaide Jail, South Australia. More than 300 prisoners were executed here, and their spirits are said to remain. Visitors report icy drafts sweeping through closed rooms, the strong smell of tobacco when no one is smoking, and even ghostly whispers calling out their names. One spine-chilling moment happened during a tour, when an entire group heard heavy footsteps pacing above them, only to realize the level above was completely empty. These are just a handful of the places where Australia's past refuses to rest. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, one thing is certain: some stories linger far longer than a lifetime. Would you dare to visit any of these haunted sites?